Home Minister Amit Shah is willing to speak. He's the amongst the senior most leaders of the BJP. Why make this contingent on the Prime Minister speaking or being the first speaker? That should be the government's prerogative, shouldn't it, Raghav Chadha?
So, Rahul, more than 24 members of the opposition have filed notices under Rule 267 on all 3 days when Parliament has convened in the monsoon session of the year 2023, requesting the government to conduct a discussion on the Manipur issue under Rule 267. This rule is a rule that is used on several occasions where the business for the day, listed business for the day is suspended and a discussion happens, and the intention is to censure the government. Subsequent to the discussion, a vote happens and the government is censured by the opposition. However, the government is running away from a discussion. They are looking for some short duration discussions of 5, 10, 15 minutes, whereby nothing will be achieved. Neither will the opposition be able to put forward a point, nor will the government of the day be able to explain the exact situation of Manipur and give answers as to why Manipur is burning. Point number one. Point number two, what the opposition is demanding is that the government of the day has failed to enforce Article 355 of the Indian Constitution, which says that it is the duty of the center to protect any state that has some internal disturbances or is facing external aggression. 355 article of the Constitution stands violated. Secondly, and most importantly, and you being a seasoned journalist know this very well, that whenever the governor of the state, either through a written report or verbally, communicates to the central government or the President of India through the central government that the law and order machinery of the state has broken down, constitutional scheme of things have stopped functioning, President's rule is enforced in accordance with Article 356. The governor of Manipur, who happens to be a woman, has been crying out loud virtually on news channels, TV channels, saying that I've reported everything to the center. Manipur is in a state of catastrophe. People have lost lives. Thousands have been displaced. The situation is such that crimes against humanity and crimes against women are increasing. Yet the center fails in imposing President's rule.
Raghav Chadha, the government's primary contention is that things are now getting better. Things were bad in May and June. In July, things are getting better. And if, like the opposition is demanding the resignation of Chief Minister Biren Singh, if the Chief Minister were to ask to step down, the situation could get worse. Their primary effort at this time is to ensure that the fires are doused and to the extent possible the wounds are allowed to heal, which they think will happen if there is no politics around this deeply contentious issue, Raghav Chadha.
First of all, whether the situation is going better or is going from bad to worse is something that can be arrived at only if a discussion on this issue happens. Today, you have MLAs of the BJP from the state of Manipur resigning. The vice president of the BJP of the Manipur unit has resigned. Intellectuals, lawyers, activists from the state are reporting that the situation is that of a complete mayhem. And the internal disturbance in the state is such that the law and order machinery of the state are unable to control. So therefore, I think the situation is very grave and we want answers. And why run away from a discussion? In fact, Rahul, permit me to remind you that on the 17th of August, 2012, in the year 2012 monsoon session, the same rule 267 of the Rajya Sabha was enforced and a discussion happened on a topic that some migrants from India's northeast region were attacked in some states in the country. Today, what we are witnessing in Manipur is of a greater degree and magnitude. It's not about few sporadic incidents of migrants coming from northeast, but an entire state of India's northeast, a critical border state like Manipur, that is burning today. And the chairman of the Rajya Sabha and the government is running away from a discussion under Rule 2.
Let Charu Pragya respond to both these charges. One, long versus short discussion. We've had long discussions under Rules 267 in the Rajya Sabha, under Rule 184 in the Lok Sabha on matters of far lesser significance. This insistence that the discussion happen under Rule 176 in the Rajya Sabha, which is a short duration discussion not exceeding 2.5 hours, or Rule 193 in the Lok Sabha, which again is a short duration discussion, that doesn't make sense. Why can't there be a full-length discussion on the issue of what's happening in Manipur? So, why try and just get this done with?
No, but nobody is trying to get done with anything here, and I will appreciate if other political spokespersons do not just randomly say 15 minutes of discussion. I'm sorry, 15 minutes is not even enough for a hello in the Indian Parliament. Also, it is very normal in the Parliament
so for a discussion
to begin and for it to be extended if and when needed. What is the problem when the government gets on the floor, answers your questions, gives the people of India a statement, and we take it from there? Why is it that you're showing this kind of stubbornness? And that's exactly why I'm
because Rule 176, from what I gather, is time-bound, limited to 2.5 hours.
And it can be extended. It can be extended.
Okay, let
middle way, that can be changed.
That the discussion can be a longer discussion.
Also, can I just interject here? And because we have 3 other spokespersons from 3 different states representing governments from 3 different states, situations in a lot of part of the country we want to discuss. It's unfortunate that they think it is fit to give a statement only where states suit their political narrative, and that is the point of view.
Don't try and compare Manipur with
we're
any
not
other
comparing.
state. There is no comparison.
I am not comparing, but I am saying that if an incident happens yesterday,
let Gaurav
if an
Gogoi
incident happens
to this.
day before yesterday, why should we shy away from at least making a statement about it? Now, you're being stubborn enough to say, we want to discuss it. This is how long we want to discuss it for. This is the person who will reply. You have a whole list of ifs and buts, but you can't issue a statement on critical issues in your own state.